Yes, hello. Thank you very much. I live in a complex that's subsidized by the government through HUD, and I've been there 2 years, and they have raised the rent 3 times in 2 years, and now instead of my 31% of my income, I'm up to 46. And they're telling me that, well, any rent increases does not count against my qualifications, and I think it has to, because if I was to go tomorrow and apply, I would not qualify. So what are my options?
Yeah, Vincent, that's a great question. Actually, I've dealt with Section 8 housing in the past, and you're now in a situation. And to kind of tell folks how this works, Vincent, who might not be familiar with it, there are rent subsidies that are available for folks, and Vincent threw out some percentages there about percentage of income of rent. And when you have your rent that goes from 31 to 46% of your income, that's a tremendous difference. And so there are HUD guidelines that are available, and raising the rent 3 times in 2 years seems to be excessive. And I'll tell you that usually there's rate increases that are allowed at the yearly level, but it's also the rate increases are based upon your income, and it looks like somebody's not following the formula correctly. So, Vincent, there is a 1-800 number to the Housing and Urban Development Group, HUD. I know it's going to take a little while to get through to the proper person or the proper section, but call the 1-800 number and report your set of circumstances. The HUD folks will help you through that. They will go through the calculations with you and go through the guidelines with you to make sure that your rent subsidy is in lockstep with the things that have gone on. So the way that HUD works as well is there might be a portion of Vincent's rent that is paid for by the government, or the rent may be controlled by the government. One of the two. And so with the benefit that is given to the developers, they have to follow HUD rules. And so, for instance, there is a couple of very large HUD developments in Bay County. I don't know which one it is, and again, don't want to know about it on the air. So if they have now started to change their rules, then they may not qualify for the loan program that they had from the federal government in order to produce the housing for HUD. Give you for instance, if a normal developer goes out and they're just going to put the apartments open for rent, they have to go out and find private financing. They can charge whatever they want to. They're not receiving any government subsidies. If you are receiving government subsidies from the government, one of the things that you get as a developer, you may have a 40-year non-recourse loan that is there. So think about it. You've got 40 years to pay back a few millions of dollars, but it's a non-recourse loan and it's at an exceptionally low interest rate. So that allows the developer to build out a number of units, so long as the developer either sets aside a percentage of units, or if the whole complex is declared a HUD complex, then all of the units have to be controlled by a combination of the rent and a combination of the people's income, like Vincent. So Vincent's income may not have risen the 15 to 20% that kind of correlates with the rent increase, and it kind of sounds that way. And I'm not trying to make it too complicated, but it sounds like that the HUD, the management at the HUD location has increased Vincent's rent way too quickly based on his income. So HUD, H-U-D, 1-800 number, you can Google it, look it up. If you can't get it, Vincent, maybe we've got your number. We'll give you a call tomorrow and give you an 800 number for HUD. Again, you're going to be on the line for a while, so be prepared. You're probably going to be on there 30 to 40 minutes to get an answer, but it'll be worthwhile for you.